Once upon a time, in the heart of a sun-drenched savannah, there lay a small village called Satoba. The people of Satoba were known for their resilience, and they lived in harmony with the land, cultivating crops and tending to their livestock. At the center of this village stood an ancient baobab tree. The villagers believed that this baobab was as old as the earth itself, and that it held the secrets of the past, present, and future. This baobab was not just any tree. It was said to be a talking tree, but it only spoke to those pure of heart. The villagers often came to the tree to offer their respects, but only a few had ever heard it speak. Among those who had heard its voice was an elderly woman named Nana Essie, the village elder, who had passed down the stories of the baobab from generation to generation. One year, the village of Satoba was struck by a terrible drought. The once fertile lands became barren, the rivers dried up, and the crops withered under the sun. The villagers prayed to the spirits, but the rains did not come. As the drought worsened, the people grew desperate. The village council decided to seek the wisdom of the baobab tree, hoping it could offer a solution to their plight. Nana Essie, too old to make the journey herself, chose a young orphan girl named Nia to seek the baobab's wisdom. Nia was known for her kindness, her hard work, and her deep connection with the natural world. Although she had lost her parents at a young age, she had never lost hope or the warmth in her heart. Nana Essie believed that if anyone could hear the baobab's wisdom, it would be Nia. Nia set out at dawn, walking through the dry and cracked earth toward the baobab tree. As she approached the towering tree, she felt a deep sense of reverence. She knelt before the baobab, closed her eyes, and whispered a prayer. To her amazement, the wind began to stir, rustling the winds of the baobab, and a deep, gentle voice emerged from the tree. "Child of earth," the baobab began, "I have watched over this land for centuries, and I have seen many trials and triumphs. The drought that plagues your village is not just a test of endurance, but a call to restore balance. There is a river hidden deep within the heart of the forest, guarded by spirits of the land. This river holds the life-giving water that your village needs, but it would only reveal itself to those who are pure of heart and courageous in spirit." Nia listened carefully as the baobab continued. "To reach the river, you must pass through 3 trials, each guarded by a spirit. The first trial is the trial of patience. The second is the trial of courage. And the third is the trial of compassion. Only by passing these trials will the river be revealed to you." With a heart full of determination, Nia thanked the baobab and set off on her journey. As she entered the dense forest, the air grew cool and the light dimmed beneath the thick canopy. Soon she reached a clearing where a large rock sat on the middle of the path. Nia knew this must be this first trial, the trial of patience. She sat before the rock and waited. Hours passed, but Nia did not move. She remained calm, trusting in the baobab's wisdom. As the sun began to set, the rock slowly lifted, revealing a pathway beneath it. Nia smiled and continued on her way. The next trial was the trial of courage. As Nia walked deeper into the forest, she heard the roar of a mighty beast. A huge lion stood before her, Its eyes glowed with a fierce intensity. Nia's heart pounded, but she did not run. Instead, she stepped forward and spoke to the lion with a steady voice. "Great lion, I seek the river to save my village. I mean no harm to you or this land." The lion, sensing her bravery and sincerity, bowed its head and allowed her to pass. Finally, Nia reached a grove filled with beautiful flowers. In the center of the grove sat an old woman, her face etched with lines of sorrow. This was the trial of compassion. The woman wept softly, her tears watering the flowers around her. Nia knelt beside the woman and asked, "Mother, why do you weep?" The woman looked at Nia and replied, "I weep for the loss of my family, for the pain of my people, and for the suffering of the land." Without hesitation, Nia embraced the woman, sharing in her sorrow. As she did, the woman's tears stopped and her face softened into a smile. She stood up, revealing herself to be the spirit of the land. "You have shown great compassion, child. The river is yours to find." With that, the grove transformed into a lush green valley, and at its center, the hidden river flowed, crystal clear and abundant. Nia knelt by the river, cupping the water in her hands and giving thanks to the spirits and the baobab. She filled a small gourd with water and hurried back to her village. When Nia returned to Satoba, she poured the water into the village well, and as she did, the skies opened up and rain began to fall. The villagers rejoiced, their faith restored. The crops began to grow again, and the rivers flowed once more. Nia was hailed as a hero, but she remained humble, knowing it was the wisdom of the baobab and the spirits that guided her. From that day on, the village of Satoba prospered, and the baobab tree continued to watch over them, its deep roots connecting the people to the earth, and its ancient branches whispering the wisdom of the ages to those who would listen. And so the story of Nia and the talking baobab was passed down through generations, reminding all who heard it that true strength lies in patience, courage, and compassion.